Hello, this is Hexy the Grouch, and today we are going to revisit the sound test that I previously did with the Tecsee Corals. I'm a bit of a no-frills kind of guy, but there is a method to my madness, so let's begin. To do this, we are going to have some baseline components, specifically the Bakeneko 60. This board is very common, affordable, and is regularly restocked. You might be saying, hey, why are you using such a simple board for this? The reasoning being that by using common components, this should make the test repeatable. The only foam used is Stupidfish foam that is located between the PCB and the plate. If you want the full details of this configuration and my audio setup, that will be in the description below. So the plan is using the baseline setup you see here and then performing a similar sound test using 5 different keycaps. I will try to perform roughly the same test pattern for each run and will be placing focus on the letters. The idea being that we are focusing on the switch and not the stabilizers. The Spacebar has a Gazzew linear Thok installed. This is a preference thing, but I want to point it out. The Tecsee Coral is a long pole tactile and has an actuation point and bottom out point that is shorter in distance than most. A typical MX switch actuates at 2 mm and bottoms out at around 4 mm. I have listed what information I was able to find in terms of switch specifications. This is to give you a sound of a common item to act as a point of reference. So it's a pen. DCS, I believe, is a signature plastics exclusive profile and is purely ABS. For these typing tests and the other profiles I'm going to be using, I will try to have a similar typing test pattern for each one so that it's consistent throughout. Let's type. ASA is probably one of the tallest cat profiles that are out there and is produced by a number of manufacturers in both ABS and PBT. ASA is the shorter version of the much more prolific SA profile, and is, I believe, ACO exclusive, and is a PBT only set. MT3 is a drop exclusive profile and features a cupped top profile to it, and is kind of similar to SA. It also, I'm not sure who the manufacturer is. If I was going to make a bet, I would say Signature Plastics or Domikey would be my second guess. Cherry Profile is common and is available from a number of different manufacturers, and comes in a couple of different materials. We're using Dye-Sub PBT for this. Conclusion. Overall, the switch is nice to use and has a bump that reminds me of a strong ergo clear. The bump is sharp, but it isn't overwhelming or fatiguing as some very tactile switches can be for me. The sound profile is a strong point. I like the sound, and I'm not concerned about the shorter than average travel and actuation distances. One thing to note is the stems have a very slip grip property to them. Keycaps can go on easily with some force, but they are really hard to pull off. With the Bakeneko, I took the switch out of the hot swap socket in a majority of cases, and then had to remove the keycap from the stem. This strong hold on the stems applied to all of the keycap profiles I tested, and I found no evidence of stem deformation with any of my sets used. Klexos on Reddit did an extensive review of the switch and also tested the stems to see if they were out of tolerance and came to a similar conclusion. A link to that write-up will be in the description below. Finally, I want to thank Klexos and Stupid Bullets Tech for feedback regarding my first cut of this video. Their feedback was valuable for making technical corrections that will be implemented in future videos. And to be very clear, my thoughts and opinions are my own. I have a few more Tecsee switches that I have not seen a lot of coverage on, and I intend to evaluate them using the same methodology. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on experimenting.